The night had barely begun when something happened that would change Ethan Miller's entire future. If you're watching this, make sure you like the video and subscribe, because the moment you're about to hear, it might just change your heart too. Ethan was the kind of man people rarely noticed at first glance. Quiet, steady, a single dad doing everything he could for his little daughter, Lily. After his wife's passing 3 years earlier, his world had shrunk to two things: parenting and survival. He worked long shifts as a junior manager in a construction firm, reporting to one of the most intimidating leaders in the industry, Olivia Harris. Olivia wasn't just his boss. She was the kind of woman who walked into a room and turned the air sharp. Brilliant, fierce, never wrong. To her clients, she was a powerhouse. To her employees, she was a storm, and to Ethan, she was a paycheck he desperately needed. But everything changed on a Friday night. Ethan had taken a second job at a small downtown bar to cover Lily's school fees. He was clearing tables when he noticed a familiar face at the counter. Olivia, still in her work heels, hands trembling around an empty glass. Her eyes were red, not from alcohol, but from something deeper. Pain. He hesitated. Approaching your boss in your second job? Risky. Approaching her while she was drunk? Suicidal. But when she almost fell off her stool, he rushed forward before she hit the floor. "Ms. Harris, Olivia, are you okay?" he asked. Her voice was barely a whisper. "Ethan, don't let them see me like this." There was something so fragile in her eyes, something he had never seen. Not the ruthless leader, not the polished perfection, just a woman breaking quietly. Ethan guided her out of the bar through the back door, shielding her from cameras and curious eyes. He called a cab, helped her inside, and when she couldn't remember her address, he gently took her to his own apartment. Lily was already asleep, and Ethan settled Olivia on the couch with a blanket and a glass of water. He didn't touch her, didn't cross any lines. He simply protected her dignity. Before he went to sleep, she caught his hand. "Thank you for not letting me fall." But the next morning, Olivia was gone. Vanished before sunrise, leaving behind only the neatly folded blanket, and Ethan feared the worst. What if she was embarrassed, furious, ready to fire him? For the entire weekend, anxiety twisted in his stomach. A single dad can't afford to be unemployed. He barely slept, rehearsing explanations in his head. Maybe he should quit before she could dismiss him. But Monday morning came, and everything changed. The entire office buzzed when Olivia walked in, but this time her eyes searched only for him. "Ethan," she said. "My office. Now." His heart dropped as he entered, expecting the end. Instead, she closed the door softly. "I remember everything." He opened his mouth to apologize, but she raised a hand. "Sit." He did. She looked nothing like the iron-willed boss he knew. Instead, she seemed humbled. "I had a breakdown," she said quietly. "Something personal. And you protected me. You didn't judge me, didn't use it against me, didn't let me ruin my reputation. You took care of me in the most respectful way I've ever seen." Ethan swallowed. "I just did what anyone would." "No," she whispered. "No one else would. That's the difference." She slid a document across the desk, a promotion request with his name on it. "Effective immediately, you're being promoted to project lead. Higher salary, better hours, more stability for you and your daughter." Ethan stared at it. "Why?" "Because you showed me what real leadership looks like," she said. "And because someone like you deserves to be seen." He tried to speak, but emotion choked him. No one had stood up for him since his wife died. No one had believed in him. No one had cared. But Olivia did. Over the next weeks, something shifted between them. Their conversations stopped being strictly professional. She began asking about Lily, what she liked to draw, what games she played. She even bought the little girl a set of watercolor paints, saying, "For someone who sees the world in color." Ethan found himself laughing more, smiling more, feeling alive again, and Olivia softened. She shared pieces of herself. The pressure she lived under, the loneliness, the fear of never being enough. Behind her steel armor was a heart that had carried too many battles alone. One evening, after a long meeting, she walked him to the elevator. "Ethan," she said softly, "you rewrote my idea of trust." He looked at her, really looked at her. Maybe we helped rewrite each other. There, in the quiet hum of the empty office, something unspoken passed between them. Not rushed, not reckless, just a gentle promise of something more. Over the next months, they didn't rush into romance. They built it slowly, safely, with honesty. Olivia became someone Lily adored, someone Ethan relied on, someone who showed up, and Ethan became the man Olivia believed in. Their story wasn't perfect, but it was real. Two broken people, healing each other with kindness, patience, and truth. And all of it began the night a single dad protected his drunk boss at a bar. And the next day, she rewrote his future. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like the video and subscribe, because more stories like this are coming. Stories that remind us that kindness still changes lives, that love still finds its way, and that sometimes people arrive exactly when we need them most.